Hey, thanks for checking this out with me. So I like the this topic. I like this title. A 1,500-foot tsunami took scientists by surprise. Now we know why it happened. So it's by Megan Gannon, and this was May 6th, 2026. So today, this is a 5-minute read. By chance, a tour boat avoided a deadly tsunami set off by a retreat of Alaska's coastal glaciers. Okay. Scientists are working to spot landslides like this one that caused the massive wave to warn people. So they can warn people. Early in the morning on August 10th, 2025, Christine Smith awoke in a boat anchored in an inlet along southeast Alaska's glacier-threaded coast. They were leading a small cruise on their 65-foot wooden boat. The inclement weather had forced them to spend the night 50 miles from their planned anchor spot in Tracy Arm, a dramatic fjord to the southeast of June. As the naturalist and chef on board, Smith prepared to make breakfast and write about the rainy, foggy conditions in her daily log. From the boat, from the captain. Okay, yeah. Alaska time would have awoken. What caused the collapse? All right, here we go. Over the past 2 decades, as the climate has continued to warm, most of Alaska's coastal glaciers have retreated, exposing steep U-shaped fjord walls. Researchers have been concerned that without their icy buttresses, I'm a juvenile. These walls could collapse. They've largely focused on areas already showing signs of instability, such as a slowly degrading slope in Berry Arm in south-central Alaska, where a massive landslide could send a destructive tsunami to the town of Whittier. Whittier? 30 miles away in just 20 minutes. We have our eyes on a very small number of potential slides, and there are obviously way more. But the Tracy Arm tsunami shows that not all fjords exhibit slow collapse. At Tracy Arm, there's no indication that was the case, says a geomorphologist at the University of Calgary in Alberta, so that's Canada, and lead author of the new study, which is also being presented today at the annual meeting of the European Geosciences Union in Vienna. Ugh, European Union. No one likes the EU. Go away. No one likes you. Just dissolve. I'm salty. For no reason. Salty for no reason. Over the past year, Sugar and his co-authors have dug more deeply into seismic records and other observations of the glaciers to figure out what happened. They found that South Sawyer Glacier has undergone long-term thinning and retreat over the last century. More acute episodes of shrinking have been documented since 2000. In the spring and summer of 2025, the ice retreated inland several hundred feet at the base of the collapsed slope, exposing most of the rock that ultimately caused the landslide just days before the sudden collapse. It's quite a direct link. Wow. Retreated inland. So, yeah, they're just melting. Using imagery and digital elevation models from before and after the slide, the researchers estimate that at least 2.26 billion cubic feet of earth collapsed, resulting in a loss of about 500 feet of coastline. Wow. They think the rupture likely extended even farther below the water's surface, but lack of bathymetry data to prove this. But they lack the bathymetry data. I don't know what that means, but we're just gonna... What is bathymetry? Let's just check it out real quick. Bathymetry. I don't think I spelled that right. No, I did. Study and mapping of underwater depth and topography. Why do they call it bathymetry? Well, oceanography is taken, so I guess that makes sense. Bathymetry, yeah. Like water for bathing. I don't know who came up with it, but bathymetry is the study of what's under the water in regards to environment, I guess. Kind of like depth and pressure and yeah. The resulting tsunami reached more than 1,500 feet up the side of the fjord and sloshed back and forth like bathtub water, creating a seismic ringing that could be detected around the world for up to 36 hours. Subtle seismic signals through the collapse and tsunami in Tracy Arm. Yeah, though the collapse and tsunami in Tracy Arm took everyone by surprise, such events might still have warning signs, just very subtle ones. Kaplan Arbach, Kaplan Arbach just happens to study the microseismic precursors to landslides. So when she got that initial text from Smith, she started digging into seismic data from nearby stations. The big slide at Tracy Arm, 5.4 magnitude earthquake. Smaller events happened 24 hours prior, increasing exponentially in intensity. Why does it keep the pattern in this case match the other landslides observed? She says more research is ongoing, but it seems these signals could happen as a slab of rock starts slipping, then jerking to a stop, then slipping again. We'd love to identify precursors as early as possible with the eventual goal of assessing where and when a landslide would occur, she says. It's possible that they occur prior to most slides, but we won't have enough seismic data to detect them. It's also possible that they only happen under specific circumstances. Holy damn. That one of them? That doesn't look like tsunami with trees and shrubs. Sawyer, South Sawyer. That's scary. That's scary, and that'll collapse. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's too big. That's too big. I don't like it. Ominous, like I don't know. Ominous, like Mount Fuji. Separately, seismic signals produced during a landslide could be useful for early tsunami warning signals. Unlike earthquakes, landslides often are not detected right away because the ground vibrations emerge relatively slowly, not impulsively, like an earthquake. Their signals are more likely to be noticed in the seismic data after the fact, if enough energy was generated to be picked up by the nearest seismic stations. Okay. Another author on the new study, research seismologist at the Alaska Earthquake Center, has been testing a landslide detection algorithm. So far, the experiment system 35 landslides in near real time. But the system does not cover the area. So, I think now with the Tracy Arm event, everyone is trying to figure out what can we do to better characterize this hazard and then figure out a way forward. So adding more seismic stations, especially in Southeast Alaska, could help though that can be costly amid harsh terrain. That's why improving detection algorithms to better so I don't know, maybe I bet you AI could do this. Like just have AI study the data and come up with some formula that can predict it. I mean, that'd be the fastest way to do it, right? Like you have the stations, the data, just have an AI do it. I mean, why bother paying 40 scientists to go out and actually try and do it themselves? Unless you need on the ground data collection, but I don't know, it seems like they have a pretty good idea of what's going on and why it's happening. They just can't track where it's going to happen. Saw the aftermath of the massive wave along beaches that had been stripped of their vegetation. Icebergs sat gorgeous high rocks, hemlock spruce trees, some of them plummeted with their bark branched off. Okay, so yeah, I guess as water comes in and they melt, they cause erosion, which gets rid of the rock. 20 vessels usually every day in the summer, including up to 6 large cruise ships. I'm carrying 6,000 passengers and crew. Those large cruise operators have said that they are avoiding Tracy Arm for this upcoming summer tourist season. Smith visited a few more times this past fall, but she doesn't plan to return this summer. She described feeling a bit of sadness after her near miss. I'll go to beautiful places, humbled by nature. That scar is there by the glacier is always going to be a reminder of what happened here, and it can happen anywhere. Man, that's crazy though. That right there. That is an insane photo. Could you imagine being like right here? Like you're just hanging out right here, right? And then all of a sudden this whole thing starts collapsing. Cuz like if that's a tree and that's a mountain and that's like that big to that mountain and all these are trees, you're like a microspeck right here. And if you're a microspeck, then you're like, how much can I zoom in? Can I zoom in? I can. Whoop. Whoop, too much zoom. Yeah. It's just... Yeah, that's some scary shit, man. I don't know. The world is wild, that's for sure. So, yeah. Thanks for checking this out.